As more money floods into the sports card hobby, scammers are looking for new ways to steal that money from collectors. And unfortunately, it looks like we've got a new scam going on right now on eBay involving fake Panini stickers. We'll break it down for you next. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another episode of Cards on the Table. And Teapot and Doug, I hate to start these episodes with bad stories like scammers running wild, but that seems to be happening right now on eBay. And guys, here's what's happening. A user on X last week named MKG Sports pointed out that there was a sale of a PSA 8 Tyrese Maxey Gold Select Courtside Rookie on eBay for $910. Then that same exact card with the same serial number showed up for sale on eBay a few weeks later, but it was encased with a Panini sticker, making it look like it was a Panini factory redemption card. It sold with a Panini sticker for $1,575. Something definitely seemed off here. Well, the seller of this card on eBay goes by Guitar Player 5632. I did some further digging into his sales history, and I found what appears to be a troubling trend. So for example, guys, there was a Keontae George White Prism rookie card, serial numbered 153 out of 175, that sold on eBay on July 13th for $154. That same serial number, that same card with the same serial number was then encased with a Panini sticker and sold on eBay on August 5th, just about 3 weeks later, for $202. So how does that happen? How does that come about? And as I continue to go through this seller's sales history on eBay, he's got a lot of Panini encased cards that he has right now for sale on eBay, or cards that he has sold recently on eBay, several of them. And as I look at these, the stickers don't look right to me. Like, these stickers look like they don't look like true Panini stickers. They're not put on properly. They're kind of askew. The font's different on some of these different stickers. Guys, I'm worried that this eBay seller is making his own Panini stickers and is buying raw cards or cracking cards out of cases, throwing them in top loaders or one touches, and putting his own Panini sticker on them and turning around, and wouldn't you know it, they're all selling for more because people trust the card that's coming encased from Panini. They think it's a factory card. They think that that means the card is in pristine, untouched condition. In reality, it's a recycled card that got cracked out of a PSA 8 case or was raw and probably had some problems, and that's why it wasn't graded. Guys, help me make sense of this. How do you feel about this? And does eBay have some responsibility to shut this practice down? Is there anything they can actually do about it? Teapot, I'm going to start with you.
Well, unfortunately, people do this all the time. What I mean by this is crack things out of lower condition cards, make them raw, whether it was one they submitted themselves to PSA, they got back a 7, or they got back the 4 that they can't figure out why there's anything wrong with the card, so they crack it out and then they sell it raw and they don't disclose it. When you set up a listing on eBay, they make you put the condition in, but it simply says near mint or better. Near mint is PSA 7. Mm-hmm. So technically there's nothing wrong with just saying near mint or better. That's true, it was a PSA 8. I took it out. Now, taking it and putting it into the case and making it look like a Panini, this gets...
That's where it really crosses an extra line.
It does. It's very shady.
Yeah.
None of us would do that. Most people would say don't do that. But I try to I'm looking at this through like a shady lens and a legal lens. And it's a Panini card. Panini produced the card. So you put it in a one touch. There's nothing illegal about that. You put a Panini sticker on it. That's where it gets dicey, is like you said, is he printing these? But even if he did, I don't know. I don't know how they could come after him or how they could prove this or how interested Panini would be in doing that. some of these cards that are higher dollar do have eBay authenticity guarantee associated with them. Is eBay authenticity guarantee checking that this was
really
actually?
Curious about that.
Yeah,
because that Tyrese Maxey card that sold for $1,500.
Right.
So did that go through authenticity guarantee? Right. Did they look at that and go, yeah, this is a legitimate encased Panini encased, card? When in fact, I don't think it was. I think it was this guy's Panini sticker. I don't know that for sure. But that looks like that is what has happened. If you look at the history of his account, that appears to be the case.
The time window was too short for him to have gotten a PSA 8 back, cracked it out, sent it to Panini with damage. Panini doesn't really do that like Topps does sometimes. So there's something shady going on there.
There's no way. There's no, and it's not just that one. It was multiple sales of this. There's no way that could have happened.
With the Keontae George, that one wasn't that big of a price difference. I don't know that the sticker made a difference, strictly speaking. It was $50 difference, and there was 5 or 6 weeks in between those sales. With the run-up to the NBA season, that can happen. But overall, this is just another example of somebody being shady creative in the very, in the best way to put it. And he shouldn't be doing it. And hopefully, I'm sure it's been reported to eBay. They should look into it. They need to contact this seller and say, what are you doing? And you need to disclose this. And if not, then they need to shut his account down.
Doug, do you think Panini has some responsibility here? Their stickers that they put on the cards, and this is true with Topps as well, those stickers that they put on their factory redemption cards, if you get them back from customer service or you get a redemption, they're not very hard to duplicate. I mean, they are plain white stickers in a lot of cases with just the logo, whether it's Panini or Topps printed on them. If this is going to be a new type of scam, do they have responsibility for making those stickers with special, watermarks and elements like a PSA grading label that would make it extremely difficult to copy or reproduce?
First of all, I don't necessarily think that's what's going on. Maybe that's happening. Maybe this guy's reproducing stickers, but I don't think that's what's happening. First, I'll shout out Austin on Twitter, that's MKG Sports, for being the person that discovered this, as far as I know. And kudos to you for doing some deep diving on this as well. My guess is this person has some one-touches that were sealed by Panini, and I think one was also in just a top loader as well.
Right.
I think he's just using those for his display, because nowhere in the description does he claim it's sealed. He doesn't say anything about this was sealed by Panini or this, anything like that, or the origin of the card.
So you think he's taking photos?
I think he's using them for photos.
But then when he sends the person the card, he's going to send it raw?
Maybe he sends it raw. Maybe he sends it in that, unsealed one touch. I think those are unsealed. That's my guess.
Oh, wow. Well,
because he's not claiming that they're sealed. He's not showing pictures that they're sealed.
But as a buyer, if you see a listing online and it's a card within a Panini encased, and then you receive it and it's not in that anymore, or it's been broken, doesn't that make you want to return it? eBay doesn't always allow. If it passed authenticity guarantee, then eBay doesn't allow that.
I have no doubts that he knows what he's doing with those photos, but I don't believe that he's reproducing stickers. It's possible, but the stickers look close enough to me. I can't sit there and eyeball that and go, that's definitely a fake, or something's just not right about that. And he even has some of the prismatic stickers that I know Panini uses. I'm guessing he just has some of those one-touches and top loaders that were at one point sealed, and using those to display those cards, knowing what he's doing in the process. But he makes no claims that they were ever sealed. Nothing in the description would suggest that. But to your point, there's probably now we have to look at security measures on stickers to make sure people aren't reproducing.
Did you message this guy?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to message him.
You should message him.
I'm going to. I'm going to message him and ask him what's going on.
Guitar player 5632.
I got his account pulled up here, and
well, you can send him a link to this video when this video comes out.
There's one way to find out too.
He can tell us were we right? Is Doug right? Or he can tell us all to go to
wherever
some place that I don't want to say because we'll get our video flagged.
There's one way to really find out. It would be to buy his Shai Gilgeous-Alexander white sparkle card and see what happens. But I'm not going to do that.
Well, one thing, he had a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander courtside select silver.
A card that would never be
in a Panini. That's not.
It would never be a redemption.
It would never be a redemption. It would never be a replacement. It's not a big enough card. That one really tipped me off. When I saw that one, I was like, this is something's weird here. This is not a card Panini would send with a sticker on it. At least I've never seen one sent that way. And I looked up the white sparkle cards. I went through the last 50 sales in Market Movers of those white sparkle cards. Not a single one was a Panini sticker redemption other than his. So it's like, what's going on there too, you know?
So that card actually shows as having been sold on auction with 31 bids on September 8th. and now it's listed back for sale. So I wonder if somebody who won that
Maybe
auction saw the Twitter post and said wait a minute.
No way. Said no way. Interesting. Okay, guys. Well, we don't know exactly what's going there. What is your theory? Let us know in the comments below what you think about this story. And I know you're going to love this next story because Arena Club is changing up their Grail packs for this week based upon Thursday Night Football tonight. This is pretty wild. Every week we tell you on this show about how Arena Club drops their new Grail packs every Friday. They come out at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time, and you get the chance to chase after all these incredible cards in these packs. Well, what they're doing for tomorrow's drop is that whoever wins tonight's Thursday Night Football game, that quarterback's big card is going to go in the Grail pack drop tomorrow. So tonight it's Dolphins-Bills. If the Dolphins win, then 2 is 2023 Absolute Gold Kaboom number to 10 PSA 10 is going to be in tomorrow's Ruby packs. If it's the Bills, then Josh Allen's 2018 National Treasures Hollow Silver RPA number to 25 BGS 9, that will be in the Ruby packs tomorrow. But if you're not a football fan, don't worry, because their basketball Ruby pack has a LeBron James 2015 Kaboom PSA 10, and their baseball Ruby pack has a Jackson Merrill 2022 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto Red Refractor number to 5 PSA 10. Wow. That's a big card for your potential Rookie of the Year champion. So anyway, check these all out tomorrow. Download the Arena Club app right now. Use promo code SCI for 10% off your first purchase, and be there when they drop at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. All right, guys, let's jump into our next story. Speaking of big sales and big things selling, these USA basketball packs, as people are chasing the elusive triple auto LeBron, Steph, KD. You guys have seen the bounties. I've obviously got my own bounty out. Ken Golden's got a bounty out. Other people have got bounties out. There's, Giannis for a minute had a bounty out on it. I don't know if he still does. He deleted his thing. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But everybody wants that card because whoever gets that card is getting a payday from somebody. So what Topps did, they've been sending out, there was almost 600,000 orders of the base version of that card. Well, Topps decided that anyone who gets one of kind of the rare parallel versions of the cards, including the triple auto, that they put them in a sealed special USA basketball pack. So they've been sending some people's orders. You'll get your base cards, and then if you're lucky, you'll get the extra sealed pack to go along with it. And then you rip the sealed pack open, and you see if you got the triple auto or the redemption for the triple auto, right? That's what people are hoping for. Well, a lot of people have the idea of just reselling these packs. So all of a sudden on eBay, a bunch of these packs have been listed and sold, the USA basketball packs, and they've been selling for anywhere between $1,000 and all the way on up to $4,000. In fact, the prices of these are going up. We've added them to Market Movers so you can track. So my question to you, I'm going to start with you, Doug. First of all, is that a good value for people to be buying the packs to chase the triple auto? But if you got one of the packs, let's say in the mail just from Topps, would you open it or would you send it off for sale?
I would love to say that I do the smart thing and sell it on eBay for $3,000 or $4,000. I could go buy the new couch I need, right? But I'm a gambler. It's in my DNA to chase. And that could be permanent life-changing money for me if I hit it. So I'm probably going to open it and then regret it later. But it's a terrible value for the people that are buying this. In the CT scanning era, we're spending $3,000 on one card in a sealed pack that could be worth $500,000 or more dollars. Not a chance. Not a chance I'm buying one of these off of eBay knowing that someone might already know what's inside of that pack. Yeah. That's the reality that we live in now, that is a possibility. So.
It is a possibility. Even if you could be assured that you're getting a fair deal, you're a numbers guy, Teapot. Tell me, does the math make sense to do what Doug would do and rip this or buy a pack, or does the math tell you got to sell that right away?
Well, first of all, I try to reverse psychology myself and say, am I going to go out and buy one of these packs for $3,000 to take the chance to rip it? No. And therefore, if I owned it and I held it, I should sell it. But there is something about holding it in your hand going, are you kidding me? This could be really, really big money. I would not rip it. I would sell it. I'd probably sell it to you and hope you hit it and save yourself some money, or maybe sell it to Doug. I don't know. But
it would be a thrill. I wouldn't mind ripping one of those.
Knowing that the one of one, you should buy one. See if you can get one cheap.
We by the way, here at Cards HQ, we ordered 60 of the base card, and unfortunately, we didn't get one of the packs with it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't either.
All the people out there who say this is like preloaded to go to some influencer, I guess we're not the influencer who got it.
I probably shouldn't have bought any. It was probably preloaded not to go to me because Topps would be able to manage that from a PR person. I just wasted my money. But I mean, overall, do I think this is good value? No. I don't know exactly how many of those packs are out there. I know some of the parallels have been selling for decent money, but to know that the Orange to 5 sold for $8,000 like the second day that these things started hitting, I'm not optimistic about that. The non-auto one of one's already been hit. This is the ultimate, like, it's the Powerball, in a way, and no, I'd probably just go buy a Powerball card or something.
Yeah, you can't mathematically justify paying $3,000 or $4,000 for one of these packs when the third best possible card you could pull, which is there's the non-auto one of one.
Yeah,
that's been pulled. I made a bid on it. The guy didn't take my offer. He sent it off to auction, but that card's already been pulled. So then the next best one's the out of 5, and as you said, an out of 5 just sold for $8,000. So you can't justify paying $3,000 for a pack when the best remaining card other than the triple auto is $8,000 and one of them's already out there. So and there's like less than a 1% chance you're going to find it, and there's even smaller than that of a chance you're going to find the triple auto. So the math doesn't work, but the thrill would be. And I like your take, Doug. If I had gotten one of these, if Topps had actually sent me one, which they didn't, I would have ripped it. I would have ripped it for the fun of it. I would have made a video about it. It would have been fun content. I'm sure I would have been disappointed with whatever. I'm sure I would have been lighting $3,000 on fire by opening it, but it would have been fun. I would have done it. But could I actually pull my credit card out, go to eBay, and buy one of these off of eBay for $3,000? No, I can't.
What about a month from now if it's not surfaced?
The odds are getting better every day. I mean, they got to be. These packs are getting open. The odds
it's
are
like
be
the
getting better every
LeBron
day.
triple logo man a few years ago.
Yeah,
all the flawless boxes kept getting opened and opened and opened, and eventually, obviously, got hit. But
it's true. I don't know. Hey, hopefully, one of you out there has the pack that has the card. So, and if you do, hey, good luck to you, and you know who to call if you pull that card. Let's talk about that.
Or if you want to sell a pack.
Let's talk about, or if you want to sell a pack. All right, guys, let's get to our next topic. But before we do, I just wanted to mention this weekend is a massive weekend here at Cards HQ. First of all, we have the Culture Collision card show going on right around the corner. That's a great show, free for kids 12 and under. They got a basketball game. They got all kinds of dealers, lots of fun. That's here in Atlanta, just around the corner from Cards HQ, Culture Collision. And then Cards HQ is having Topps Rip Night Saturday night. It's a trade night. Starts at 4 p.m., goes all the way till midnight. We got special guests showing up. We got some surprises. And for those of you who are nowhere near Atlanta, don't worry. We will be live on YouTube on Saturday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be live for a few hours showing you the whole event. So make sure to tune into this Sports Card Investor channel on Saturday. Okay, next topic, guys. Bowman Chrome Baseball 2024 just came out. Release day was yesterday. We've been breaking it all day here at Cards HQ and selling it in our showcases. There's a case hit in that product that I know, Teapot, you were a little tingling when you saw the photo of this. Topps is calling it the etched in glass. It looks very familiar. For anyone who's familiar with the stained glass cards from Panini for the last several years, this etched in glass card looks a lot like it. And you might say that the Helix case hit from other products looks a lot like the Color Blast, or you might say Home Field Advantage looks a lot like Downtown, right? So there seems to be a little bit of a pattern. Now, in fairness to Topps, I want to say this, in fairness to Topps, if you go back to the late 1990s, Topps actually had a card called Gallery of Heroes.
Bingo.
Which was a stained glass style card before Panini ever had it.
Correct.
So that was, I'm gonna, on this one, I actually feel like Panini stole it from Topps.
Correct.
But my question for you, Teapot, is Topps being creative enough with these inserts. They did do the Garbage Pail Kids one, which I thought was kind of cool. Are they being creative enough, or is this just too much copycatting going on between the different companies right now?
The copycatting has always happened. Topps was the first company to come out with the refractor. Everybody has a refractor now. They all called them different things. Upper Deck first came out with relic autograph cards. Everybody now does that. They all copy each other. You're absolutely right. Topps Gallery had Gallery of Heroes. That was the first debut of these more acetate, true, like stained glass looking cards. Panini made Panini Innovation and came out with cards that were very similar. Topps has Allen and Ginter mini rip cards that you can get the mini stained glass out of still. Then they started doing Panini with the mosaics. You gave some really great examples of what appear to be very similar cards. Imitation being the sincerest form of flattery. Those cards are very popular in Topps products too. They've been very hot. So obviously some of the designers came over to Topps, from Panini. There's just been, it doesn't surprise me overall. It still does irk me a little bit. Even if you recycle your own designs year over year, over year, over year, it starts to kind of frustrate me a little bit. You can go out to sites. There's a website called Displate where they sell these metal posters. Not a sponsor, but they have crowdsourced designs. You can sign up to be an artist. You can get these things published, and then they print them onto these metal posters. Really cool designs. Really, really, really cool designs. You could go on that site. If I'm an artist for Panini, if I'm an artist for Topps or Upper Deck or Leaf or whomever, go there and draw some inspiration and copycat something that nobody's ever seen before in the hobby and start doing more of that. You can use AI websites to generate prompts and inspiration for ideas, literally an infinite sea of things in 2 to 8 seconds, and go, no, I don't like that. No, oh, I want to make an Ellie De La Cruz card like that. And let AI augment your experience. There's a million other ways to do this rather than just continuing to recycle the same thing year over year. I just like to see the creativity ramped up. And we see it in the custom card community too, by the way. They do some amazing things. They've started pulling those into some of the Topps products. Let's push the envelope a little bit.
I don't know, Doug. Would you rather see an AI-generated inspired card, or do you like what's familiar, stained glass, and this new etched in glass? What are your thoughts?
I give them a pass on etched in glass for the same reasons you guys are talking about. The 90s era of Gallery of Heroes, they kind of did that first, right? Granted, Panini popularized the stained glass over the past decade, with the more ultra-modern products. It's, things like the Helix looking just like Visionary, or some people say Color Blast. That's Home Field Advantage being directly copied from downtown. Those are the ones that bother me a lot. And, I don't think there's any, need to reproduce just a mirror image card, essentially. But, it's been happening, obviously. The Topps did the Superfractor first, and now we've got gold vinyls and gold powers on Panini side. We've seen every parallel copied. It's only natural that we're going to see inserts copied to some extent. I'm really looking forward to next year when I can chase the Kapow insert from whatever Topps product it's going to be in. But it's
Kablooey.
Yeah, it's the nature of the business.
I like Kablooey. Can we do Kablooey?
If they see something that works, it's the nature of the business. It's they're going to try to trend in that direction. But we have way too many resources at our disposal to repeat the same designs. Everything you just mentioned, especially like the custom card community. Hire somebody, pay one of these guys, have a contest, and pay somebody to
crowdsource it.
Yeah,
just send us
but
your
make
best
sure you
ideas.
compensate them. I hate the idea that they might do a contest and someone gets a hobby box, but make sure these people are getting well compensated. But there's way too many resources out there available just to keep printing the same stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. I like the card though. I like the design. I like it. I've always been a big stained glass guy. Nice. I like the Panini stained glasses. Nice. I liked etched in glass. I like the Top stuff from the 90s. I actually got one of those at the National. I picked up the Kobe from the 90s. Nice. And it's a beautiful card. So Gallery of Heroes Kobe. Nice. Very, very nice card. So anyway, all right, guys, one more story today. And this one's got a big number associated with it. $1.7 million. That is what Wilt Chamberlain's only SGC 10 sold for recently. Now, I think last month we reported that card was graded SGC 10. It was actually sitting in a closet at a grocery store for 60 years. It was a collector, had his old card collection in a closet of a grocery store for 60 years. It was the collection was retrieved a few years ago, and then it was finally graded last month, and turns out that it may be the best copy of Wilt Chamberlain's rookie card in existence. I think there are 2 PSA 10s, but I've seen a photo of one of the PSA 10s, and I will tell you this SGC 10 looks better than the PSA 10 that I saw a photo of. I haven't seen the photo of the other PSA 10, but this is a super cool card and not one that you would expect to just be found and unearthed like that and then graded and get a 10 after all of these years and then sell for $1.7 million in a private sale through Golden Auction. My question to you guys, we'll start with you, Doug. What's your reaction to this? And what card would you love to find in your closet someday?
I love the story. This is, this is the kind of story that's found in the attic or found it in a garage sale. This is the kind of thing that a lot of collectors have probably allowed themselves to daydream about at some point. It's why shows like Antique Roadshow or Pawn Stars are so popular. This kind of story. I'm really happy that it's with the original family, from what I can tell, that it's not just some random person that lucked into this. As far as what I would like to find, I'm not so picky. I don't need, it doesn't have to be a $1.7 million card. If I'm going to go that route, if I'm going the financial route, I'll say something obvious, Honus Wagner or Mickey Mantle, right? But I'd be happy if, maybe just like a $100,000 card. That'd be fine with me. Okay. I'm not picky, but I'll spin it a little bit. I want to find something no one else has ever seen before. Give me Luka's Black Prism. Give me Steph's Superfractor rookie. Something like that.
How about Mbappe's Superfractor? I don't think that's been found yet.
Yeah, something like that would be totally fine by me.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. How about you, Teapot?
I love these stories. It's amazing. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I have a friend who I used to work with at a bank, and his cousin found a Kobe Bryant rookie card, like unprotected in a shoebox from when she was a kid in 1996, and it was a Fleer Ultra insert, and she sent it to PSA, and it got a 10, and it was like pop 19. Like just those types of stories, even something smaller like that. I love hearing those stories. One card I would really like to see, very similar to this, would be the 1957 Bill Russell. The highest grade of those, there's 3 9s. To my knowledge, none have ever sold publicly. So the highest grade that has sold, Pop 2, is a PSA 8.5 that sold for $660,000. That'd be really cool just to see a gem mint copy of that card somehow
like if that was like a Pop 1.
If it would be Pop 1. There's no 10s in existence, so it would be a Pop 1. Also, one thing that fascinates me is international cards, specifically for soccer, and how they come from different regions and different areas. If you had a 1958 Pele that came out that was like gem mint, that surfaced out of there, something historic like that, just was in some kid in favela's little shoebox or something, and he found it when he was older, and lo and behold, it's in perfect condition. Like, this will have more stories of this.
That might have the greatest chance of happening.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I think could.
Yeah, the 58 Pele actually might have the greatest chance of it, because it could be international. It could be, they don't really value cards as much, not necessarily know what it is. More of a chance that one's been sitting around, perhaps.
Maybe.
Interesting stuff. The card that I would like to get is one that actually got found in an attic not too long ago in Uncle Jimmy's collection, which is, I want to get a on-card autograph Babe Ruth 1933 Gaudy. And wouldn't you know it, when they went through Jimmy's collection in his attic, I think he had multiple of those. He had an outstanding copy of the red one. In fact, it's been on Sports Card Investor in the past. A collector named Eric had it at the National a couple of years ago, and we did a video with it. But just a beautiful penmanship on the card. Really crisp copy of the card. If someone is cleaning out their attic out there and you find a Babe Ruth on-card 33 Gaudy auto, I might even be more excited about that than the triple auto USA basketball card.
I would hope so.
Might even be more excited about that. So just give me a call. All right, guys, that's it for the show today. We hope you enjoyed it. Check out that Arena Club slab pack drop tomorrow. Promo code SCI. Put that into the Arena Club app for 10% off the slab pack drop tomorrow or your first purchase. And we'll see you soon in the next episode. Take care.